How to master the sniper style, aka the Soviet boxing style, in 3 steps. Hello, Earthlings. Ultraviolet Rhino from the Bronx here. And we're going to start off with step 1. So it's a very bladed stance because it's more defensive first before getting into the offense. Because when you're bladed, your body's further away from the opponent, so you're able to get more out of range of the attacks if need be from the side. Now, just like how I am here, my feet is slightly outside of shoulder width. I want you to get comfortable just bouncing up and down. That's the first thing, the pendulum bounce. So bounce up and down, get comfortable right here. So as you're on your tiptoes, your heels are slightly touching the floor. All right, now from here, we're gonna start going forward. And again, you see that I'm more bladed. Now you're gonna bring those hands up, tuck your chin in and have it forward, and try to be as relaxed as possible as you're bouncing up and down. Now the key thing here is to spring load your back to propel you forward, and both feet move at the same time from one direction to the next. So I'm spring loading forward, and then this on my left leg, on my front leg, is propelling me back. So it's like here, and that's how you get into that one consistent motion, which is the pendulum bounce. All right, and everything comes from here, from the pendulum bounce, to go in and out, to truly take over your opponent and disorient them. Now, when you're doing this, it expends a lot of energy. So you really want to practice this when you're shadow boxing, jumping rope a lot, or running to increase your stamina in that department, so you can sustain that over the course of your fight, whether you be an amateur, 3 rounds, 5 rounds, going into the pro, wherever it may be. You have to really practice and get grounded in that footwork so you don't get exhausted, because it takes a lot of energy to execute this. Now for number 2 is the weight shifting. So just like I am here, all right? Just in this position is where the jab comes from, okay? So this position, the jab comes from, but from the weight shifting, the cross, both feet goes forward. So you wanna get comfortable just shifting your weight left to right, and you get into a natural slipping left/right motion with your head. So as you get comfortable shifting your weight from left to right, you'll start to see that it kind of goes with what you're doing. So just get comfortable bouncing while shifting your weight, maintaining that erect posture, and having fun, because that's where you get the flow. Now, we're gonna bring our hands back up. Going into step 3, the jab cross comes from that shifting of the weight, because the Russians believe that is the quickest way to the target through the straight punches, and you expend the least amount of energy, as opposed to if you're throwing a hook or an uppercut. All right, so you're going in, boom, all right? See, I'm here, boom, forward, boom, boom. See how that works? Boom, 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 boom. One motion, one motion. You wanna get comfortable right here. So again, stay nice and light on those toes. You don't wanna be fully on your toes. You're gonna spend a lot of energy. You wanna have your heels slightly touching, and you're kind of seesawing with your body to spring load forward and back as you're in that pendulum bounce, and then you're just shifting that weight, and then that shifting goes naturally into that jab cross. Now, to really understand the style in its entirety, study Dmitry Bivol in his early days. He doesn't execute as much as he does now, because he tries to sit on his punches a little more. But study Dmitry Bivol back in his old days, or just study the Russian School of Boxing. They have stuff all over YouTube. But have fun in the process and do what you need to do to take it far. Hopefully this helps. Thank you for joining me on my journey to the ultraviolet. And if you liked the video, please comment, like, and subscribe, and always work towards becoming your greatest version.